Hey guys, it is Mitchell, and today we are going to have a ROM review. This is a little bit special, a little bit different of a ROM review because this is Android Q on the Redmi K20 Pro. I've gotten a bunch of questions from you guys on Instagram and Telegram, and I'll have links to all that stuff if you guys want to contribute more questions to the next one. Also, I got to thank everyone that uses the affiliate links. Without your support, we couldn't keep this going. I've also started accepting money from people via PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee, and I'll have links to that stuff if you want to support me in the description down below. As always, guys, go ahead, check out my Twitter. I talk about this a bunch on Twitter, Xiaomitography. I post your user-generated content. Now, as always, guys, I posted this on my YouTube community forum so I could go and get feedback from you guys in regards to stuff that you guys wanted to see answered. Let's adjust this brightness a little bit. In regards to the K20 Pro, now the first one was touch jitter. Has touch jitter been fixed? Let's go ahead and let's check this. We now have Game Turbo activated on the K20 Pro. And I actually turned up the touch sensitivity in the Game Turbo settings for Antutu so we can see. And as you guys can see, at least on this build of Android Q based on the Xiaomi EU custom ROM, we have very little in the way of touch jitter. Looks like we're having some weird screen flickering. Sorry about that, guys. So touch jitter seems to be a lot better. I said on the last review of the Xiaomi EU ROM that it did seem to be much improved over previous versions of it. Does it add Widevine L1? Okay. As you guys can see, we are on Widevine L3, so no Widevine L1. Does OK Google work? No, and I will show you guys in the settings. Assistant. Launch Google Assistant. Sorry, press and hold for 5 seconds. Launch Google Assistant. On the Pocophone at least, I would have it set up so that I could long hold this or short hold this for OK Google. And as you guys can see, I'm long pressing it, not working. Let's go into the assistant settings. See, we have OK Google set up, but it does not work that well. OK Google. Okay, so as you guys can see, OK Google not working. Let's go ahead, check out your next question. Speed and performance, how is the RAM optimization and battery life? Okay, so in regards to RAM management, this is something that I was testing out last night. I find really, really interesting. Normally when you go into settings for Xiaomi MIUI settings, special features, normally you will have a MIUI optimization setting. And we do not have that. Normally you can turn AI preloading on and off, and we do not have that option whatsoever right now. Now, something I noticed, when I clear all of my background tasks, I will have between 2.8 and 3 gigabytes of RAM left, as you guys can see. Right now we're at 3.1. I am running Poco Launcher on there. That might be taking up some RAM, but I've in the past seen very little in the way of effect of Poco Launcher on this. But one thing I've been noticing is that when I have a bunch of different like apps open for you guys here, we'll open up some more apps. RAM, I'm not losing many. I'm not losing many background tabs and stuff like that. Let's open up another one. Let's try maps. I'm down to 2.5 gigabytes left. We'll open up YouTube, 2.3. And I'm not sure if some of this has to do with the fact that the AI preloading is currently running, because it's totally possible that we're seeing AI preloading keeping a lot of stuff open or opening stuff in the background so that you have more performance in the UI. But some apps, here, this app will be very, very RAM intensive. Some apps I've noticed will close in the background, whereas other apps that I would assume take more RAM do not necessarily close in the background. Here, now, right now we have 3.1 gigabytes open, and we have Google still open, Lightroom still open, Spotify still open, YouTube still open, Maps still open, Telegram still open, and Instagram still open. So, as you guys can see, those are kind of the more RAM intensive apps that I have. Here, we'll open up Reddit just for good measure. And right now we have 3.1 gigabytes open, but we still have all of these apps being held in the background. So this is kind of real world. This is the stuff that I'd be using my phone for a lot on a daily basis, is apps and stuff like this. And we have around 3 gigabytes free still with all this stuff open. So Xiaomi is definitely, or it seems like to me, doing something with the AI preloading and keeping stuff in the background to give you a smoother experience. Here, we'll open up Twitter. And by the way, if you guys haven't followed me yet, you guys should follow me on Twitter. Mitchell Millennial, spelled just like so. Focus, focus. Because I love using Twitter to respond to you guys. But as you guys can see, even with, we got Spotify still open, Chrome still open, Twitter still open, Maps still open, Lightroom, which is a pretty intensive application. Here, we'll go to a specific photo that I've opened. And all of these apps still resuming lightning fast. So we're doing, RAM management. It seems like they're doing something to give you enough RAM that's open or free. If I let the phone go idle for a while, some of the stuff will get killed. That's just kind of normal MIUI optimization stuff, though. Google Pay works. Problem with muted calls and conversation. Okay, Google Pay, the touch to pay. If you are rooted or your bootloader is unlocked, tap to pay will not work. Muted calls. I just had a long conversation with someone on Telegram using it. I've used WhatsApp to make phone calls. I've been able to record video, and I've had no issues whatsoever with audio. After I cleared cache for Google, it seemed to fix that issue permanently for me. So that works. 9.8 not working on TWRP. By the way, Andre B, thank you for your question. TWRP works. That's how I got this ROM loaded on. And like I said before, this is the Xiaomi EU ROM based on Android Q. And for those that are going to ask, hey, this isn't really the true ROM, etc. Xiaomi EU beta is built on top of the China beta ROM. And that's why we get these builds so quickly. So if it's working on this custom ROM, it's probably going to be working on the China ROM. All of these are still open, and we have 2.8 gigs of RAM left. So really, really fast, really, really smooth overall. Battery life improvements, camera. Okay, I never charge my phone up to 100%. That's just the way I care for the battery. But for you guys this morning, I took it off at 100%. Battery usage sats. Telegram, obviously the biggest battery hog. I was on a call screen. We're at 85% using Telegram for a long call. Time on 1 hour, 9 minutes. Yeah. So I would say that's pretty good in regards to battery life. Some people have some people have talked about battery life being really, 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 really good. I need to do more tests. Can I roll back to Android P or install custom ROM after being updated to Q? This is a custom ROM based on it. This isn't the official one. Touch any better. Touch lag and stuff like that. So the touch jitter is gone. I have noticed like touch issues I have noticed like touch issues with this when typing. And it's yeah. The touch issues. I have noticed just different touch performance on the keyboard. That's just something that I've noticed. It seems like it's slightly worse, to be honest with you guys, and it has been kind of driving me crazy. I haven't played PUBG on it yet. Isn't that an alpha build? The version that I'm running is based on the beta. Right now, from my usage, I would say 100%, 100% daily driverable. No forced restarts, no issues with audio. Runs really good. If you guys right now are on a custom ROM or you've been having issues with the ROM that you currently have on your K20 Pro, the Android Q Xiaomi EU weekly build is great. It's 9.8.8 and it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I can't say this enough. I didn't even realize that I was on Android 10 until someone in my Telegram group was like 9.8.8 was based on Android 10. And most of us that are even on that didn't realize that we had gotten bumped up to the new version of Android because there have been so few problems. I hear people asking, does Google Pay and NFC work? I was told that K20, the Indian version does not have NFC. Common question would be, what's broken? System-wide dark mode. Okay, this was one. This is a great question. System-wide dark mode. Dark mode on. Now we do have the global dark mode, and I have had issues with the system-wide dark mode. Let's see if I can. Why won't it give me the system-wide dark mode? I don't know. Do I need to relaunch an app? Here, give me this. Let's see if we can get this issue to show up. So, for things like this, as you can see up here, the font for Google in the system-wide dark mode doesn't work. Using Telegram, we are having issues with Telegram working in the system-wide dark mode, but it is something that's coming, and it's something that I'm pretty excited about because on an AMOLED display, it should work great. Let's see what happens if I change this. Hold on, this is a weird one. Let's see if yeah, okay, nope. But this is what it looks like on system-wide dark mode. Still facing problems playing touch issues with PUBG. I'm sorry. Battery life improvement. Okay, camera. Let's see if they've done any kind of new camera stuff. Okay, so we have slow motion, 120, 240, 960. Short video. Yeah, as you guys know, the K20 Pro does not utilize the telephoto for video capture. Beautify for videos. Tracking object. Time lapse. Photo. no 20x optical zoom, or no 20x zoom. 48 megapixels, 48 megapixel Ultra HD, portrait, depth effect, all the beautify modes, studio lighting, full body portrait, pro mode, lens, tele lens, ultra wide lens. Longest shutter speed on the ultra wide is a half second. Okay, here's a one. You can change the metering for this on pro mode up at the top. Camera frame settings, timer, quick snap mode, save previous mode. Let's go watermark on, focus and shoot, scan QR modes, picture quality. So there, that is the options that we have in the camera. What's broken? No, okay. How stable? Very stable. Any random reboots? None. Performance? Super snappy. Wide vinyl 1? No. Google Assistant not working. Video sound and camera sound bugs working. This is a just use the previous tutorial I've had on how to flash a custom ROM. Bugs? I haven't really had many bugs other than the system-wide dark mode, which seems to be working a lot better now. Google Pay NFC won't work if you have the bootloader unlocked. Sound issue fixed. OK Google is not going to work on a China device. Sorry, Sohana. Chinese version in Europe. If you are okay with the Chinese version and the software, yes. Otherwise, get Xiaomi EU. DC dimming, is that something? Yes, we do have DC dimming. Anti-flicker mode, DC dimming, reduces eye strain. Dedicated video on System UI. Looks wise, it's almost completely the same. If I am not using Poco Launcher, you're still stuck on the normal MiUI launcher. That's the same for all the China versions, which is why I use Poco Launcher, because I don't like that. 20x zoom, no. More clock designs and ambient display. I tested the ambient display to see how it would work. As you guys can see, the touch input is Here, we can turn ambient display off. More options. These are all of the clocks that we have. I kind of like that one. Scheduled, turn on, turn off. Here. So, always on mode, ambient display. As you guys can see, I had a bunch of notifications. None of them are showing up. If there's something I'm doing wrong, tell me about it. What's new? You guys are seeing what's new. QC T1 Pro sound quality. Wait for another video. So that's answering your questions. Let's go. And just as a brief demonstration for you guys, we had to reload Twitter. We had to reload Reddit. It seems like when we lock the phone, it's killing these background processes. Let's see. So it's obviously doing something with locking the phone and killing stuff in the background. What exactly, I'm not sure, but in regards to settings and stuff like that, most of these settings are identical because this is still a MIUI 10 version of it. Just so you guys can see, MIUI, Xiaomi EU, 9.8.8 weekly. Right now, I would say totally daily driver material. And that's it. If you guys are wondering about whether or not you should load it onto your K20 Pro, you definitely should. And I want to go ahead and thank everyone for your questions. Best way to get those questions to me in the future, Twitter, obviously. It's where it's going to be the easiest for me generally to access. Thanks to everyone that supports me by using the affiliate links. It really helps me out. We have a giveaway coming up of the Sabbath E12s for 10,000 subscribers. Thank you to GearBest. If you guys want to support me, I'll have links to my PayPal or my PayPal address for you guys, as well as buy me a coffee. Actually, let's just do buy me a coffee instead. I'll have my link to buy me a coffee if you guys want to support me. Helps me out, and it's like $2 or $3. So until next time, guys, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi. I'm going to have videos here, 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 and here. All going to have other information about the K20 Pro, cases, should you upgrade to it if you have a Poco, etc. Till next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi. Talk to you soon. Peace.